1 minute. Welcome to Lynn Cullen Live at pghcitypaper.com. Email your questions and comments to Lynn at pghcitypaper.com.
All right. Well, thank you very much, you computer whiz. Chris Potter is here. He's in a sort of mood, and we'll get your juices going.
It's only 10 a.m., sweetie.
All right. It's I usually start with the date, the day, just in case somebody is in worse shape than you.
Exactly.
It is Wednesday. It is 10/10/12.
Oh,
I wonder if that means
that has no significance whatsoever.
It would. But 2 years ago, 10/10/10. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 10/10/12. And why are you so?
I'm just tired.
Okay. I was thinking on the bus, geez, I wish this election was tomorrow. I can't. You know what? This last month is hell. It's hell. Listen to you.
I don't have anything good to say about it.
Okay, so I got a call from the Obama people yesterday.
Hitting you up for money? Or?
No, local. No, it was nice. It was not for money. It was for, can you work? And I said, yeah. I said, put me to work. So they just specifically are looking for the week before the election.
To do what?
Anything. He said,
Stuff ballot boxes?
Anything.
Oh, gosh.
Anything. And then I'm working the polls, or I'm working election day from noon to 4.
So those Tea Party guys, they're planning to come to the polls, too, into the not-so-nice parts of town, according to their email they sent out. They're looking for poll watchers.
In the not-so-nice?
In the
what
not-so-nice parts of town. I think we know what that means, yeah.
You're kidding.
No, this is an email.
They're looking for a few brave suburbanites to venture
These are people who need instructions
Homewood?
to get to Oakland.
Yeah.
So we'll see how many of them actually show up. But that seems like a recipe for just good times, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Having a bunch of Tea Party shitheads showing up in communities that
now is a regular ordinary old citizen who is not in a certain district allowed to sort of camp out inside a polling place?
You're not allowed to be inside a polling place unless you're supposed to be inside the polling place.
Are you sure about that? Unless you're a voter or a poll worker.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have no reason to be there.
Yeah, I think you cannot be there. I think you can be outside the polling place, handing out literature, doing whatever it is you want to do. But no, I don't think they get to walk in and.
And the media cannot be there.
The media, yeah, right. Thanks to the intervention of our state officials, yeah.
And there can be no photographs taken inside.
That's
a polling
correct.
place.
Yes, I believe that's yeah.
But
you can take one outside. I'm not sure quite where the dividing line between. What if you glimpsed some of the polls from through the glass or something?
Speaking of photographs, I was saying because everybody has a camera on them now, right? Because your phone is a camera.
It's what?
It's a camera.
I know. I got all these cute pictures.
It's so
of my kid.
unbelievable. I know. So, listen, if some trouble started up at a poll, you think people wouldn't be pulling their phones out and just even surreptitiously? Yeah. Oh, so you're going to show me a cute picture of your kid? Oh, this makes really good radio, huh?
That's what I'll do if there's trouble at the polls. I'll say, look at my kid.
But I do have to. We have to find a way to get this out on. You should see what I saw yesterday. I'm telling you, this'll make your day.
Okay.
I think. I walked outside in my backyard, I turned to come back in, and it was a big screen, and on the screen was the biggest bug I have ever seen. I mean, it was...
How large? Like
7 inches.
Really?
Easily.
Good God.
Now, the problem with taking a picture, and it was the most amazing thing, and he let me get right up close to him with the camera, and he was eating another bug. And he had these amazing. It's a praying mantis.
Oh, I was going to say that's what it sounded like because I actually have a photo on my cell phone of a praying mantis.
Of a praying mantis?
Yes, it was on the little bench at the bus stop I was at, and it was just sitting there. I guess it was like waiting for the 51 or something.
Someone told me they were.
You got a lot of mantises live out in Canada.
Someone told me they were endangered. Is that true? And that it's against the law?
I think they are. I think they. I don't know that they're like on the registry or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Watch him eat that thing, and he's got the cutest little head. You should put that up on the. He had a cute little. Their heads are amazing, and he turned and looked at me a number of times because I had the camera right here, and he'll turn and look. Ooh, he's loving that, and he's looking at me, and I'm saying, "Hello, how you doing? How you doing?" And he's like. And then this thing goes out like a. It looks like a lobster claw. Mm-hmm. Well, they're huge.
Yeah, they are huge.
And on the back, he looks like a stick.
Yeah.
And underneath, he's all green.
Yeah.
So just perfect camo. And he was the most laid back thing I've ever seen in my life.
Once they're eating, yeah.
So.
There's my praying mantis photo.
You have a praying mantis too? Mm-hmm. My God. All right, how many people have pictures of praying mantises on there? I have video.
Manti.
Oh, look at him. Look at that. Look at him. Mm-hmm. Is that amazing? Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's dismembering the heck out of that thing.
It was just unbelievable, and he hung around forever.
Yeah.
And he was not skittish like, an insect usually is. Yeah. I wonder why that is.
Probably knows he's on some registry of endangered insects and knows he can do whatever he wants. He's one of those 47%ers, they just saunter around knowing that they've got the government watching their backs,
I could look at him forever.
Well, not now.
Okay, here, Jess, you look. Yeah, Jess is sort of
maybe she can post that up online so you can... Yeah, well, it's killing an insect. So
no, now he's just walking. Oh, I think it's toward the end. Yeah, he's walking. Is that cool or what? But what are the odds that both you and I would have pictures of praying mantises taken recently on our cell phones?
We're naturalists who get around and about. And we see the world in all of
it.
its...
I'd love you to send it.
You should post it on the site.
Can you put it on,
our
site
do the show video thing
Facebook.
On the Twitter. So you can put it up on the Twitter there. Yeah.
He's 7 inches.
Well, no. It's not the
Shut up! Disgusting. Huh?
I gotta do this after.
Okay, yeah, well, sure.
Jesus.
What's your problem?
Nothing. I don't have one. I'm good.
Okay, so it says here that Obama's disappointing debate performance has split Democrats into 2 camps. Those who are openly panicking and those who want the first group to just shut up. Mm-hmm. We've already evidenced that on this program.
And we've both been in both groups. That's the funny thing about it.
So
it's not looking good, though. Is some polling data out in the past day?
Yeah, the polling data in the swing states are
tightening up here and in Ohio.
A little scary. It's tightening in Pennsylvania.
Although
it's tightening in Ohio in a scary way because Ohio is the one. Ohio's the one. Some of the polls show Romney actually ahead. It's all within the margin of error.
I just can't believe there are people this stupid.
I was just telling Jess.
Yeah.
She said, she was saying the same thing. I just can't believe that. I mean, they're not going to elect Romney president. Didn't you feel that? I felt that way when Ronald Reagan first ran. I felt that way when Nixon ran. Yeah. I felt that way when George W. Bush ran.
But Ohio, if there's a state that's benefited from Barack Obama's direct intervention in the market, you'd have to put Ohio like in the top 5 there.
That's correct.
How many hundreds of thousands of auto-related jobs are there in Ohio? And he saved an industry that Romney would have just let go under. So, if you dumb shits in Ohio actually vote for this guy, I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
you just get what you deserve. Did you hear his latest thing? Is he says he doesn't have that
he won't do anything on abortion.
Abortion isn't part of his legislative agenda.
I know. But that's already been walked back by everybody else.
Sure, yeah, but see, that's the thing. He just says it. It doesn't matter.
I'm for abortion. I'm against abortion. I'm this. I'm that. I'm blah.
So far, the defining quote about Mitt Romney has come courtesy of the state being Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's Republican Party leader Bob Gleason, who said Mitt Romney's he'll be whatever you want him to be. And he meant that as a good thing, and I think that just shows it. It's just absolutely true. He's just whatever the day calls for. I don't understand how these same people who for the past 4 years have been talking about, all Obama can do is just give a good speech, now suddenly are fired up by a guy who gave a good debate performance and basically said stuff that's the polar opposite of what they believe. I mean, he got up there. I'm for regulations. I think you have to have regulations. I don't want to give rich people a tax break.
No, it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And the thing is, Republicans are willing to shut up because now they sense he's got a shot.
Right.
And so they'll shut up, even if what he's saying makes the hair on the back of their neck stand up.
And we've done that. I mean, everybody does that. I just think what's so funny is to have to be like dinged for that for the past 4 years and then have people just reverse course on it so suddenly. Here's
the best line I've seen and on debates, and this is telling in terms of what happened in the last one. This is Jimmy Carter's advisor back in the day, Jerry Rafshoon. I don't know if you remember him. I don't remember that
Jerry
name.
Rafshoon.
I remember that name. Anyway, he said...
Rafshoon the Amazing.
He said debates are where people prefer a good liar to a bad performer.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Yep.
And that was just classic what happened.
Yeah.
Classic. Good liar to a bad performer.
Yep.
The fact is, if Obama had just bothered to show up, it wouldn't have been as disastrous. But it played into everything that makes people not like Obama, this sense of I'm above it all, I don't have to do this, whatever. I don't know. I'm still mad at him.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
I'm still mad
rightfully
at him.
so.
I'm really
rightfully
mad.
so.
I'm so mad. But I also think it's part of his psychology that maybe he needed this to get tighter.
Yeah, maybe. I hope that's not the case.
Well, I don't. In Pennsylvania, a state that both campaigns had apparently written off for months as an Obama lock, 2 new surveys show the former governor, that'd be Mr. Romney, within striking distance of the president. Susquehanna polling...
Yeah, well...
I'll ask you about that later. In the state, they show Obama had 47 to 45. A Siena poll put the race as 43% to 40% in Romney's favor. Okay, these 2 polls are...
Well, Susquehanna... Actually, the Susquehanna numbers, if I recall correctly, is pretty much unchanged from the last one they did before the debate. And they're kind of a controversial outfit because everybody else is giving these spreads. We talked about this a week or two ago. Everyone else is giving spreads of like 8, 9, as much as 12%. And then they came in with this 2-point margin. And I think, you and I would agree that Barack Obama was never going to win Pennsylvania by 12 points. But Susquehanna has always been sort of a weird little outlier, and it's because of the way they screen the people being polled. They basically use sort of demographic things to decide, let's make our polling sample look like the electorate as we anticipate it being.
On election day.
And it's a somewhat, so that becomes a series of subjective decisions about, what's the electorate going to look like? So they've sort of been a controversial outfit. These other folks, this Siena College, I'm not really that familiar with them. So I tend to sort of put an asterisk next to that too, because I'm just not familiar with, what their track record is, whether they're sort of an in-house outfit. They're not like Quinnipiac or Franklin and Marshall, some of the pollster outfits that I know a lot better. But I don't think there's any question that this debate was a big deal. And I think people I remember, a lot of chatter about how only you pundits think this thing is a big deal, and only you pundits think that his loss makes a difference, and it's just not true. It was clearly a pivotal point in this race.
Yeah.
However else you want to say it, it's as significant as the conventions were.
This guy in the Atlantic today trying to make the case that one of the things that Democrats don't have is a lot of hacks, blogger, all the kinds of people who sort of feed, what the media is going to be talking about, how they're going to be talking. In other words, we don't create narratives real well, and the Republicans have more of that. I can see trying to figure out whether you agree with that or not. Mm-hmm. Here's a quote. Okay, never mind. The problem in America is not that there are too many hacks, but there are too few liberal hacks. The hack gap is a liberal problem of long standing. Put simply, we liberals do not have enough hacks. Conservatives outscore us considerably in the number of bloggers, pundits, columnists, talking heads who are willing to cheerfully say whatever it takes to advance the party line, no matter how ridiculous it is.
So that's the definition of a hack, is just somebody willing to
say whatever you
carry
want.
The water for the party, no matter how ridiculous it is.
So this guy goes on to say...
Is there some kind of numbers where he actually backs that up?
No, but he goes on to say, so can you blame the people who are the Dems who are panicking now? Because when is a better time to panic than when your team is confident it would be winning if it were only brave enough to be more dishonest?
That's funny. That's funny.
I was just trying to get...
I think, obviously what say, to take the most obvious example, what Fox News is willing to do on behalf of its cause goes far beyond, I think, what anybody else is willing to do.
Right.
So, in that sense, there's truth. I don't know. You can certainly find, sort of cheerleading sections online for Democrats, Daily Kos, and places like that are, very much part of that scene. We have a call?
Yep. Hello, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not real fond with the president's performance, and I'm not happy with him. But you know what really angers me?
Go for it.
Wait, I got to turn down my volume a little bit more.
Hello?
Okay, that's much better. Okay. What really angers me is the way the American public can just be swayed so easily by somebody who is obviously just spouting off whatever he thinks he can say to win an election.
Right.
I want to know how the planks of the party platform, the Republican presidential campaign, measure up side by side to what...
Well, nobody ever does. Nobody ever does that. Right. Well, they'll measure up at all.
That's right.
But this is what you can do when most electors do not pay much attention. So a winning strategy, it would seem, would be to tell the audience that you have at the moment, whatever that audience that you have at the moment wants to hear. They're not going to hear all the blowback later because they're not that interested.
No.
That's my guess. It sounds very cynical of me, but clearly this is what Mitt Romney's camp believes, that he can get away with changing his position literally to suit whatever audience he is, and it can be reported. You said this yesterday, and now you're completely on the other side this day and that. It doesn't matter.
No, I put things like that. I sit here with my Facebook open and debate with my friends while I'm listening to the debate, and
right.
And I'm saying things like, well, last week he said this, and today he's saying this.
Yeah.
And what do you say? What do you say about that? And then they change the subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, well, wait a minute. So I keep going back. Answer my question. Answer my question.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So it sounds like you had a Facebook debate that didn't end in a resolution.
and I really wanted to, punch the person right in the face. But of course, I'm on Facebook instead of face to to phase.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
that's why I can't wait. I want this election over.
It doesn't
So do
matter
I.
if it's over. I mean, even if it ends, the thing continues. I mean, is it not obvious at this point that a significant portion of this country will not accept a Barack Obama victory as legitimate in any case? I mean, they think the polls are being manipulated. They think unemployment statistics are being manipulated. You're still going to be listening to this stuff. You're still going to hear this stuff. It's just everything now is nothing is ever settled. It's all just turf for the next battle or whatever.
That's right. It's very dispiriting, and
But we're supposed to be dispirited by it. That's
right.
I think this probably ties to what we're all so mad at Obama about. Like I think it's no great surprise to say politicians say what people want to hear for them to be elected. Like they all do that. I think the problem with that debate is Romney got away with it because he wasn't challenged because the president didn't challenge him enough.
That's right.
He made some points that in a sort of abstracted intellectual kind of way do make sense. As he was trying to do with that stuff about the math just doesn't add up, and of course it doesn't. But you got to find a way to really hit back with that stuff and not look like you're just trying to put off somebody at a party.
Exactly.
Who you don't want to talk to, which is really, kind of how he was acting.
Yeah, it was a horrible performance on the part.
He's going to be hitting back next time, big time.
Well, I certainly hope so. Hey, thanks for the call.
Sure, thank you.
Be of good cheer.
It's funny. I was going to say that very same thing.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Be of good cheer? Mm-hmm. I don't believe I've
exactly
ever said.
The words.
I don't think that's what's weird because as I was saying it, I thought, where did this come from? I have never said that in my life. That is so odd. Now that's odd. I swear to God, I have never said be of good cheer. Wow. Yeah, what a powerful mind you have there. So Chuck has
There's something else I made you say just now.
Look. Chuck sent us the picture. His picture
of a praying mantis.
Praying mantis on his window. No, well, it's from the inside. The mantis.
Wait, he's got two praying mantises in this photo. It looks.
No, he doesn't. That's one.
It says praying mantis, two of them. See, I think.
No.
All right.
It's just one.
All right, whatever.
And we have a call. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello, caller.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
Hey, if Romney wins, it confirms to me that what I thought when Bush got in twice, that most of the people that vote are friggin' morons. Honest to God. If you vote Romney in, you got to be an idiot. I just can't believe it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah. Be of good cheer. Be of good cheer. Chuck, so he saw this. He said this guy was about 7 inches too, and then his daughter saw one about 5 inches later on another window.
Oh, I see.
And here's what he says, and this is great. The theory he's heard is that the reason we're all seeing praying mantises is because they like to eat stink bugs.
Really? I thought the stink bugs had no natural predators.
Well,
maybe they've learned.
Maybe
they've acquired a taste. That's right.
Indeed. And so maybe that the remnants of, there wasn't much left of that bug that my praying
was that.
mantis was.
So you couldn't tell if it
could
was
well have been a stink bug because that. Where the praying mantis was where the stink bugs congregate in an effort to get into my house.
Yeah.
Right.
See, now I haven't seen any stink bugs.
I have. I killed, actually, right after the praying mantis, I killed one outside because he was trying to get in. I said, you're dead. And I've flushed 3 that have gotten into the house. But that's nothing. Mm-hmm. That's nothing. Yeah. That first year,
that's
I
had... a lot
of
water, too.
Oh, my God. I know. For each mantis. For each... Oh, God forbid you would do that to a praying mantis. I got to read up on them because they are the most... wondrous creatures. I'm just blown away by
they are neat.
Okay, so 3 of us have pictures of praying mantises. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Now, mine was last year, so it's not as if...
Oh, it was?
Sorry. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, but you have a picture on you of a praying mantis.
In fact, maybe that was my mantis. Maybe he was catching a bus to go to your house.
Do they fly?
I think a mantis does have some sort of wing apparatus.
Can you imagine what that looks like flying?
Yeah.
Really? Has anyone ever seen one fly? They can't just walk around, I would imagine.
Looking like a frat boy on a Friday night.
Oh, man. What wondrous, wondrous creatures. Anyway, I think I have to take a break.
You do.
Okay. I will. We'll be back. There's lots of stuff to talk about. I want to get into some other subjects rather than wringing our hands about the election. Okay? In a minute.
Email your questions and comments to Lynn at pghcitypaper.com or call Lynn at 412-316-3381. Lynn Cullen Live will return in a moment.
Pittsburgh City Paper's annual Halloween guide is available now. Pick up one today for the most comprehensive listings of Halloween events in Western PA, plus Radio Tokyo, Mary Poppins, and News of the Weird. Pittsburgh City Paper, available at over 1,700 locations throughout Western Pennsylvania, and on the web at pghcitypaper.com, and on your smartphone at citypapermobile.com.
So did you hear me? Yeah. So after I finish this, then we just go right back into the show, Jess?
That's right.
All right. This being the Literacy Council and its need for more tutors. Perhaps you know somebody who would be just perfect for this. Think. I'm serious. And let them know. Because obviously I've been yakking at you for over a month now about this, and you haven't signed up. So at least spread the word, okay, if you're not going to become a tutor. Here's a phone number you could give them, 412-393-7600. They need more because a lot of this tutoring goes on one-on-one, and they train you how. So anybody can show up. You just have to have the desire to teach someone how to read, which immediately makes you a good person. Be a good person. Check out the Greater Pittsburgh Literacy Council on the internet if you want, gplc.org.
Now, it's back to Lynn Cullen Live at pghcitypaper.com.
Oh no, that was when I was under FCC.
Yeah, right here it doesn't matter.
I just said to Potter, it's a good thing if an open mic that I wasn't swearing, but it doesn't matter because we swear when the mic is open anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
And we know it. But but boy, back in the day, man, when you were on the radio, man, your career could be over.
Is that still true?
Yeah.
Even though stuff happens and the FCC doesn't do anything, like the...
No, because the owners... First of all, if you do it, it's a great excuse for an owner to get rid of you if they wanted to.
Oh, I see. Does that ever happen to you, or they just...
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No. The only way they've ever gotten rid of me is they've gone to great lengths. They've changed their entire format. That's how I've lost every job.
Really?
Either the format has been totally changed so that there's no reason to have someone like me there, or... They've just...
So you just ruin the entire... They bring in Lynn Cullen and she just...
Or they've sold the damn station out from under me.
Right.
That's the only thing. I have never been fired for cause.
Congratulations.
Yes, indeed. All righty. Here's some other stories. I am so into this guy who's skydiving from...
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Are you?
No.
What do you mean? Can you... Think about it.
Yeah.
Have you seen a picture of what he'll see right before he jumps?
A lot of brown? Oh. I don't know.
That wasn't even funny.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know, really. What will he see? Clouds.
Well, this is how high up he is. He will see North America.
Oh.
That's how high up. He will see much of the globe. He'll see the curvature of the earth. He will see the sky. Jeez. He will go head first, plummeting miles and miles. Mm-hmm. And you're not blown away by this?
Nope.
That is so odd. That is so odd what courage that takes. And not only that, he's good looking.
Oh, I see.
And that wasn't it at all. I didn't even know he was good looking before I got totally into this. And I don't know that he's rich.
Isn't he? I thought he was rich. I thought this was
know.
some thing that some rich guy did to...
No. This is like serious science behind it. I mean,
serious science? Really? What's the science?
See, obviously you don't know a damn thing about it.
I want to hear what the science is, though. Like, what is the scientific thing that we're getting out of it?
Well, NASA, for one, is extremely interested in it.
Because of what?
Because let's imagine something where if you had a malfunction on any kind of a blah, 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 they're going to find out how the human body can handle a descent.
Okay. Oh, so in case they have to jump out of
Can you imagine if you had to jump out of the space shuttle? That's something that could never have even believed to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what happens to the human body, whether it is capable of handling that kind of stress. Also, the suit he'll be wearing, whether that suit's going to work. Because obviously where he jumps, there is like no oxygen. The temperature will be like 80 below and no oxygen.
Right.
So the speed with which he'll be going, because there's no resistance, there's nothing, will be extraordinary within about 4 minutes, I believe, or 4 or 5 minutes, maybe less. He will exceed the speed of sound. Well, and you're not amazed by that.
I don't know.
And what an odd thing.
I don't know. It's just
the science of it, the potential of the human body,
I can tell you feel very strongly about this, so I don't want to say anything because you already yelled at me. It's fascinating, okay?
I was watching yesterday. I was so freaked when they aborted the mission yesterday.
Oh, is that what happened? Because because when you said it, I thought it was supposed to happen yesterday. No. And then I realized I hadn't heard anything about it.
They need such very specific conditions,
atmospheric things.
And what happened was he was in the capsule. They had the balloon up. It was almost inflated, and then a gust of wind came by and literally twisted the balloon.
Oh, I see.
That was the end of it. They had to.
Because I was going to say, if this thing can't weather a gust of wind, I'm really not sure this is such a great experiment.
No, it can't.
But it's the balloon that can't. His suit.
Oh, his suit can't. No, it's the balloon that can't, which I have said before, is so thin that it is 10 times thinner, the skin of this balloon, 10 times thinner than a plastic sandwich bag.
Wow.
Yeah. They need like 3-4 mile per hour winds at the most. And they're doing it in a place that generally you can get that kind of calm. Anyway, they didn't have it, and now the weather's not. They got a little shot on Thursday for another possible try. It's going to take him like 3 hours to ascend to where he needs to be, and then he'll come down a lot faster.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Well, I just think it's remarkable, and I can't. Really, you're not.
I don't. I guess it sounds. I don't want to say anything because you'll just get mad.
Jumping 23 miles above the earth.
Yep.
When you're in an airplane.
It'd be more impressive if he was jumping up 20 miles.
You are.
Now that would impress me.
Okay, here's something else.
I don't see that so much as jumping as falling. I told you this is why I don't want to discuss it. You're really like,
Yeah. I can't believe anybody would not be fascinated by this.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Look, everybody's got things to say about the praying mantis.
I love it.
This is good.
Lynn, more than likely the praying mantis was a female. Yeah,
I think that's true. Yeah,
they are considerably larger than the males. And after mating, the males usually become their next meal.
I knew that. So then they snap their heads off, I think, or something. Don't they?
Is that the praying mantis does that?
Yeah, I think so.
Far out! I knew I loved this. I knew I loved.
Jess, I just want to say that you can't see her because she's off camera, but Jess is nodding in the kind of way that if I were in a significant long-term relationship with her, I'd be thinking about buying her a present tonight. Is all I want to say. Oh, there you go. Here's another
Ansel writes, Lynn, we're suddenly seeing praying mantises.
End of the world on December 22nd.
Coincidence?
This could be one of the plagues.
The 22nd is the Mayan calendar end of the world thing?
I thought they figured out that wasn't actually, that they got the date wrong.
Oh, who gives a crap? I mean, that is such crap.
Oh, you'll be laughing when the lake of fire is lapping at your doorstep, honey.
Oh, and here's Sokolowski. Enough with the praying mantis crap!
Everyone else loves it, Tom.
Unless that is you have a picture of one holding Corey O'Connor in his mandibles.
Jeez, what did Corey O'Connor ever do to you?
What? Jeez. Sokolowski.
Yeah, you can ask him tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So angry.
What do you mean? So, Sokolowski disdains nature's wonders. You disdain man's courage.
I would like to point out...
I say a pox on the both of you.
Okay, I've been poxed. I would say everybody seems to be spelling praying mantis with an A, and I believe it's P-R-E-Y. Preying as in they prey on other insects.
No.
I
think
so. That's how I Googled
it. It is E-Y?
Yeah.
Because they do sort of, believe me, when those like lobster
they look like
together,
they're doing. Yeah, they do look like they're in a.
Like that.
I think that's the confusion.
They
I
look
believe
like
it's
they are the most amazing. Wait till you see my video. I mean, there's like this folds all the way back down into here,
right?
And then when they start, I mean, it's just amazing.
Right.
They are, and the little head, the triangular head. You know, and man, that guy, he was looking at me when I put the camera right up to him. He turned around, his head goes, rip, turns, and he's looking at me. He's still munching. And I'm looking at him and I'm saying, hey, look at you, God, look at you. Absolutely unperturbed.
Think about it from his perspective. There are 4,000 Lynn Cullen faces going, It's an amazing amount of poise for a...
Okay, I want to know if you know anything about the head of the Pennsylvania national. I mean, not national, state forests.
State park system. The
park system.
The DCNR, the Department of Conservation of Natural Resources.
The head of the state's award-winning park system has been literally kicked out the door in a very. It sounds like he got a call from Human Services saying you're out of here.
Yeah.
If you wanna resign, we'll consider your resignation. Well, you would just anyway. Okay, so this is, and the reason he's at odds with was at odds. It's over now. The Corbett administration is because, of course, Corbett wants to drill in the state
parks. Yep.
Parks.
Yep.
And this guy, whose job, as he saw it, was to protect the wonders of the state park, said, you know, do you really have to do that? Because there's lots of places where you can drill.
Yeah.
And why do that here? Out the door.
Yep. Which is remarkable. You'd think that the Corbett administration would want the private sector to be handling these things, right? Why is government getting into the business of selling its... That just hurts the market for all those private landowners out there. They're the ones who should be upset. And this is incident. I mean, part of what's worrisome about this is it's not an isolated incident. Just a couple of weeks ago, a woman up in Slippery Rock who served on sort of an advisory commission to the state park system resigned in protest of what she considered to be a sudden lack of interest in public input. I can't imagine where that comes from. I think we all know what's going on here.
Yeah, I think we do. I hate to repeat myself, but I was saying yesterday.
No, you don't. Since when?
Saying yesterday, this is what always happens when you put Republicans in charge of government.
Right.
They do not, no matter what Mitt Romney said during the debate, believe in any kind of regulation that gets in the way of big corporations.
The problem is when you don't vote them into government, they find ways to screw it up anyway. It's really a problem.
But they do. They absolutely turn everything out. So the head of the Parks Service in a Republican administration is somebody who can't despoil the parks fast enough.
Right. Well, this guy was a Rendell-era appointee, I believe.
Yes.
Because I'm sure people are wondering, how the hell did he get the job in the first place?
No,
he was appointed by Ed Rendell.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah.
John Norbeck, a good man, done in by all those friggin' Democrats who didn't bother to go to the polls 2 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't blame the Republicans. I blame Democrats.
Oh, you got to blame the Republicans, too.
What? For Corbett's election?
Oh, no. I mean, they should know better.
No.
There's no excuse for
They're
stupid.
They're gone. They're lost. Yeah, there is plenty of excuses for stupid.
Other than, like, major head trauma.
Okay, here's something we're going to agree on finally.
Okay.
The extraordinary courage of this young girl.
Oh, God, oh, God of mercy. That story just makes me so angry.
Yes, of course. Okay, so here you have. You wonder, where are the people? Where are the people in these countries with the Taliban and these other, fascists? Where are they to stand? Why do they not stand up to these people? Well, we know.
Because they got guns.
Because they're scared out of there. They're scared to death of them.
Yeah.
So we finally see somebody stand up. And I think she stood up, actually, initially when she was like 12.
She's 11.
11? 11-year-old girl. Now 14, now fighting for her life after a bullet got put in her head. You imagine, this guy gets on a school bus and says, "Which one is she?" And they've made very clear that if they don't kill her, they'll do it again.
Yeah.
They'll do it again.
Way to go, guys.
And it is conceivable that something this repellent, unthinkable could maybe make some other Pakistanis stand up. Huh?
I mean, the irony, the thing is that I don't think we've mentioned why she was targeted, which is she wanted to go to school. She wanted to go to school. And Pakistan, large swaths of Pakistan have educated women who live there and do things. And this is going on basically in was it Waziristan? Is that where it actually happened? It was one of those.
She lives in that godforsaken place that the Pakistan government essentially SWAT.
Yes, the SWAT Valley. Thank you.
Essentially said, okay, well, you can have it. You can have it.
Yeah. Well, supposedly the army went through there a few years ago and cleared all the fundamentalists out, and we can see what a bang-up job they did there. I mean,
it's unbelievable.
Our allies in the war on terror here.
Unbelievable. She's been in surgery. Apparently, the good news is this bullet did not get into her brain.
Yeah.
But they have a 737 standing by to fly her to Dubai once she is well enough to be moved to a better facility. And God, I hope she stays there. Why would she? This is a wondrous. First, she looks. You can just her face. She just looks like this. And have you ever heard her speak? Flawless English.
Yeah.
And I heard her this morning on the radio as I was coming in ask the question. This is obviously before all this. You're a kid. What makes you think that, you have a right to speak out? And she said, I have the right. I have the right to go to school. I have the right to go to the market. I have the right. And she came up with this list of things to dance, to this, to that, to speak my mind. I'm listening. I think she was 11 or 12. She was like just... more courageous than the guy who's diving from 30 or whatever, 23 miles up. Unbelievable. Pray for her if you believe in such things. And apparently fewer and fewer of you do. I got to take another break. We'll be back.
More is on the way with Lynn Cullen Live.
Go to bergbargains.com for great deals on tickets to the Science Center, City Theater, History Museum, Carnegie Museums, and the top Halloween attractions in Pittsburgh. This week, get discounts on gift cards from Little Bangkok and The Strip, Olive Garden, and Nordstrom's. Bergbargains.com. Local deals, local merchants. Bergbargains.com.
Ready for what? Ready to tell people about Real Q. Do you know about it? Because it's the headline of your paper. The International Gay and Lesbian Film Festival here. Well, even though your paper calls it that, on the head, on the front page, cover, whatever you call that, It's got a new name, and it's a much better name. Real Q. REELQ. Real Q. Starts this Friday. Unbelievable movies from all over the world. You'll never see them anywhere else. These are where you see the greatest films at film festivals. There's no doubt about it. They're even going to have 3 nights of short films, that is, ranging from, dramas, comedies, mini documentaries, all this kind of stuff. A lot of fun. And you'll want to see what's up, where, when. It's all at the Harris Theater downtown here in the Cultural District. Starting on Friday. Just get on the internet to see the whole rundown, realq.org. Or I suppose pick up one of these city papers, because you probably got it there too in hard copy, so to speak. Real Q, that's REELQ.org.
This is the sound of a flat-screen television hurled off a building. Now the new bike your kid wants. These are the things you could have, all cast into oblivion. Because when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have bought with it. Use Energy Star light bulbs and appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Have a question or an opinion? Call Lynn Cullen at 412-316-3381 or email lynn@pghcitypaper.com. Now, more with Lynn Cullen Live.
All right, that's a doozy of a picture. We got another praying mantis picture. That's a beaut. Although that praying mantis is a little teeny one compared to the others. Just got a picture from Jane that, what'd she say, her son took it? Mm-hmm. Son took it. Oh, God, we got to share this one, too. The praying mantis is on the screen, and the picture's taken from the outside, I assume. And on the other side of the screen, it's right up against the screen, is a beautiful cat who's just looking at this thing with,
it's what we assume.
Oh, look!
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually, that cat is actually stretching.
Yeah, he looks like he's sort of...
He's stretching. He doesn't look predatory. He looks like, I just woke up from a nap, and what the hell is this? That's a great one. Also, sorry, Sokolowski, on the
you should talk about this tomorrow. I think people should send their mantis pictures, and you could talk more about them with Tom tomorrow, actually.
Gigi says, sorry, guys, it is actually praying, Praying.
Not praying.
They are named praying because of their prominent front legs, which are bent. Yes, I'm telling you. Suggesting a prayer position.
Right.
No kidding.
Then she provides a link to National Geographic for proof. And
she also says regarding the parks, as of 2000, 59% of land in Pennsylvania was forest land. Imagine what it is now and what it will become. I'm sure the percentage will go down given... And
well, thanks to Ronald Reagan, we know that trees cause pollution anyway. So
well, that is true too.
We should just clear cut those things and put up a Walmart.
Right. Speaking of trees,
yes.
Well, oh no, I tossed it. Dang.
You are the Lorax.
I tossed it. Forget it. Okay, it is. It's praying mantis.
Look, and and look, here's the proof. The Latin name. Scroll back up.
Is mantis religiosa.
How about that?
Wow.
I stand corrected.
You sure do. And look, he's looking at the camera again. They really like having their picture taken. They like these little triangular heads. God, I love them. I love them. It is, yeah. They can turn their heads 180 degrees to scan their surroundings with 2 large compound eyes and 3 other simple eyes located between them. So you're right. That mantis was looking at 7,000 of me. Oh, what a horrific sight. Typically green or brown.
I was going to say, what a blessed creature.
They lie in ambush or patiently stalk their quarry.
Dun dun.
They snatch their prey. Yep. With reflexes so quick that they are difficult to see with the naked eye. Their legs are further equipped with spikes that snare their prey and pin it in place. Oh, I'm telling you, Moths, crickets, grasshoppers, flies, other insects are usually the unfortunate recipients of
unwanted mantid attention. How
They'll eat
about
others
that
of-
adjective,
yeah.
mantid?
However, they will eat others of their own kind. The most famous example of this is the notorious mating behavior of the adult female, who sometimes eats her male just after or even during mating. Oh, gee!
Yet this behavior seems not to deter males from reproduction.
Man, that figures.
What a way to go, guys, huh?
Wow. Well, that's simply wonderful. But if you look at their range, there's a picture here in the geographic of what their range is. And guess what? It ain't Pennsylvania.
Looks close, though.
It's close, but it's south. They're all through South America, all through Africa, just the southern part, very southern part of Europe and Asia. They are not.
So maybe it's more to do
in
with
North
global
America.
climate change than
it might be
than
global
stink bugs.
warming more than climate change. Excuse me. Maybe it's that, but it's the stink bugs probably that have something.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they got up here and then they were like, "Ooh, stink bugs."
Ugh, God, vile things. Okay, so I had
I think
mentioned
they're sort of antic stink bugs, but okay. But I don't have many of them, so it's easy for me to be amused by them.
I had opined or mentioned about Americans becoming less religious. You saw these numbers. Mm-hmm. Ha ha, you old Protestant, you. You're no longer in the majority.
Darn.
And what's amazing...
How are we going to put together our golf foursome now?
Listen, it is really amazing. Just 40 years ago, only 7% of Americans said that they had no religious affiliation.
Right.
40 years. In 40 years, that's gone from 7% to 20%.
Yeah.
And 1/3 of people between the ages of 18 and 22.
Yeah.
So the young, but that's pretty normal, don't you think? That's when you start thinking for yourself and throwing off what your parents told you.
There are a lot of cultures. There are a lot of cultures where the young are leading the sort of fundamentalist movement. In the Middle East, you see a lot of that. No, I mean, honestly, I mean, I don't think the explanation is that difficult. Religion is getting dumber.
There you go.
I mean, when you look at who the sort of leading voices of religious faith are in this country, they're morons. They are not only dumb people, they take pride in not knowing what the hell they're talking about. So, I think the more people look at that and listen to this stuff, and it didn't always used to be that way, I mean,
no, not quite. Obviously, Reverend Martin Luther King. Yeah. I give you some of the greatest minds of Western civilization. I mean, but now those who speak for religion are, you're right, they're effing fools.
Yeah.
Often.
Or they're crooks or both.
And that's what people see, and that's what one of the reasons they do think is for this increase. One of the theories is that young adults grew disillusioned with organized religion when evangelical Protestant and Catholic churches became so active in political causes like opposition to homosexuality and abortion and
birth control,
all of it, women, their war on women, all this stuff. What they are turning, young people don't have the same craziness that their elders have, and they're sickened by what they hear.
And rightfully so.
So that's where it's coming from. And it's when the lunatics take over these religions, when the extremists take over these religions, they destroy the religion.
Right.
They absolutely destroy it. And that's what you're doing, guys. Keep it up. Doing a great job. You're destroying it.
Of course, the problem is they'll turn around and say, with some evidence on their side, not that evidence is ever anything that they need, but they'll say, much of the loss in recent decades has been from more mainline Protestant faiths. For example, the Presbyterian Church, for example, has lost membership, and those churches that have been the most liberal, quote unquote, on these social issues tend to have lost more congregants, more adherents than anybody else, which is probably true.
I don't know. The other possibility is that the United States is just going where
The way Europe went.
The way Europe went. And actually, it's not just Europe. It's a trend in any, in developed, economically developed country. It's true in Australia. It's true in Canada. It's true in Europe, where it's just becoming a more secular. Here's another thing that is said. Professor of sociology and secular studies at some college says the significant majority of the religiously unaffiliated, this is going to have big political consequences, he said, because these people, and it won't surprise the Republicans to hear it, tend to vote Democrat.
That's right.
They're left-leaning. They support gay marriage. They support environmental causes. And that's why you see some in the evangelical movement desperately trying to pull evangelicals into environmental issues. There's some of that is going on, stewards of the earth stuff.
Yeah, right.
But this is a huge, huge shift. And the thing is, I don't think it was not just, and they say this, it's not just you old liberal mainline Protestants like Methodists or Episcopalians who have abandoned their faith, but also more conservative evangelical and born-again Protestants. The losses were highest among white Protestants, not among black.
Yeah, I believe that.
So Protestantism will become more black percentage.
Latino maybe too.
Well, the Latinos are Catholics.
No, a lot of them are. There's a serious effort being made to reach out to those folks. I can tell, even here in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Oh, more bugs.
Here we go.
Okay. Dorothea writes, final word. Mantodea, or mantises, is an order of insects that covers over 2,400 valid species.
Man, who are your listeners?
The common
these people are amazing. This is good.
Common name for any species in the order is praying mantis with an A.
Yes.
Because of the typical prayer-like attitude with folded forelimbs. Although the eggcorn praying mantis with an E is sometimes used to reference to their predatory habits.
Oh, there we go.
Both forms are accepted.
Isn't that what it's all about, folks?
Nice. Tolerance. The closest relatives of mantises are the termites and cockroaches. The order is Blattodea.
Blattodea.
They are sometimes confused with phasmids, which are stick insects. Yeah, that's
stick
what
bugs.
I thought. When I saw the mantis at first, I wondered if it was a stick bug, whatever you call those things. And other elongated insects, such as grasshoppers and crickets. Dorothea, thank you very much.
Her email said final word on mantis, and I thought, who are you to say if you've got the final word? But actually, I think she pretty much covered it.
Yeah, but did you see
bugs again.
Back. He's probably just screaming. Okay, Tom, we'll let you have one more word. It's not enough you get a whole hour tomorrow. Folks, since you are obsessed with bugs today, oh yes! Did you see that a man died in Miami after winning a contest for eating the most cockroaches before he could even receive his crown, which, by the way, was a python, wasn't it? The winner got this snake, this huge snake. He started to vomit, and he died.
That's one less Romney supporter in Florida.
He was young, too.
This bodes well.
He was a young man.
Yeah.
He was scarfing up cockroaches and real big worms. And he was trying to win the snake for a friend of his.
Oh, that's tragic.
And then he
Imagine feeling
up
his friend right now.
And starts puking, and he's dead. And also Sokolowski says, and Chris, my darling.
You thought you could spell. Hey, Dorothea said both spellings were correct and accepted, so.
Yeah, I saw the cockroach story, and it's too disgusting to even think about, and then it's really, cockroaches are not poisonous to eat, nor are worms.
Yeah.
In fact, they are eaten in places.
Somewhere like underneath a refrigerator, there's a cockroach control room, and they're like, so it begins.
So I wonder what it was. So they're doing I'm waiting eagerly. I'm waiting for the this.
Can you imagine doing the autopsy on that thing?
Well, that's right, but that's what they're waiting for, the autopsy, because that wouldn't be.
Let's see. His stomach contents. His last meal was. Yeah.
Yeah, because none of them would be digested yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some poor medical examiner is doing that right now, but figuring out why it killed him. And it could be that it didn't, or he just got so excited. Maybe he had a heart attack.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Yeah, or maybe roaches are high in cholesterol.
No! Joking at some poor young man's early demise. Oh, God.
Those things are so fattening. What are you doing?
Nothing like
I know, I just can't
at your
stop.
own jokes. God, with Jess tittering in the background. Oh, jeez. Jess, we got to work on that laugh. I am serious.
I think it's delightful.
We want a hearty har, har, har. How do you expect to be taken seriously in this man's world when you're... You can't.
I don't know. Maybe she could start by snapping the head off of her mate, though.
Yes.
He's pushing it. Does this guy ever listen?
Andy, watch out.
Flowers, buddy. Flowers.
All right.
That's it.
I think that's it.
All right.
I can't take no more.
Good luck with your guy jumping out of the balloon and stuff. Really.
Well, he ain't. I don't think it's going to happen this week.
I hope it works.
He ain't my guy.
Well, I mean, but you know.
The greatest tweet when they were kept postponing it yesterday was some guy tweeted, the real reason they keep postponing it is they can't. His balls won't fit into the caps. Isn't that good? Oh, come on, that's good. See, that's why you don't like it. You can't even relate to somebody with that kind of courage.
Courage is your word for it, but
you think it's foolhardy. You think it's recklessness. I
guess since we're going to go into it, I'll just say that what I think is the same problem I have with like most of the space program, which is we're going to send somebody up into space to see how humans handle conditions in space, and it just feels like of all the, I mean, it's a cliche, but everything else going on this planet, there just must be a better way we could spend our time and energy. Why is nobody ever excited about?
Are you not a dreamer?
I am, but I have.
Do you not look up at the sky and think this is ultimately?
Here's what I don't think when I look at the sky. Man, I wish somebody would jump out from that. That sky's all right, but it'd be so much better if somebody were going. Shoo.
Well, I will tell you, if he pulls this off and he does live, he will be like Chuck Yeager's name.
Sure, yeah.
It was and it's because he broke the sound barrier,
yes.
But he had a plane around him. This guy will be known. He'll be known like Lindbergh. He'll be known as He'll be known.
He will not be known like Lindbergh.
Felix Baumgartner.
Yeah, won't happen.
Fearless Felix.
That's his name, Felix Baumgartner, really?
I think, yes. He's Austrian.
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye.
So his name is like Happy Tree Farm, I think is how that translates.
Almighty.
Bye-bye.
You're out of here. I'm out of here. You're out of here. Sokolowski tomorrow, and if you want to torture him, send in your praying mantis pictures.
Lynn Cullen Live, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and archived at pghcitypaper.com. The opinions expressed on Lynn Cullen Live are those of the host and do not necessarily reflect the viewpoints of Pittsburgh City Paper, Steel City Media, and its advertisers.